ICE don't have a long-term lease with these folks, so GEO is completely responsible. They're hiding behind ICE right now. Keep telling our folks that ICE has to give us permission to get in, which is completely not true. The fire officials can go into any building anytime they want to do any inspections. They're not allowing them in. I wasn't here yesterday. The fire officials and UCC code officials were here yesterday. They wouldn't let them in, so now I'm here today.
And myself, Congresswoman LaMonica McIver, and Congressman Rob Menendez. We're here conducting an oversight visit, which we have the power to do as congressional members.
That's true.
Put your hands on me. You know that's wrong.
Mayor of the largest city in New Jersey, waiting for us to come back. ICE brought to meet the mayor of Newark over 20 armed individuals. 20 armed individuals to confront the mayor of Newark, along with 3 members of Congress. It was an act of intimidation. It was an act of intimidation not just to the mayor, not just to us, but to everyone watching. We know what ICE has been doing in our communities. We know that the president lied and this administration lies every day when they're saying they're going after criminals. It is not true. They feel no weight of the law. They feel no restraint on what they should be doing. And that was shown in broad daylight today when they not just arrested the mayor of Newark, but when they put their hands on 2 members of Congress who are standing behind me. How is this acceptable to anyone in this country? How is this acceptable? I fight along with these 2 incredible women every day for the people of New Jersey. We fight for the country that we should be.
Scary. Shiver my timbers. Shut up.
You know, Democrats have really just lost their mind, all right? They have lost their ever-loving mind, and it's just showing right here. I mean, we have Democrats that will go out of their way, completely go and just put their lives on the table for illegal immigrants, go to another country to go save illegal immigrants and kidnap them from that country. And then now we have Democrats storming a ICE facility so that they can save the illegal immigrants. Like, the amount of love and want and care for the illegal immigrants that the Democrats are giving is just insanity to me. It really goes to show on who they align and who they don't align here. And it is really quite annoying in every fact of the regard. And it's just what we have. And, of course, we have this whole story here where the Democrats are continuing to do this, where this guy, Rourke, is now being arrested for obviously storming the ICE facility here, right? And Ras Baraka. And again, it's just like, where are we going with this exactly? The Democrats have completely lost their ever-loving mind, and it's just like there's just no coming back from these people. There's just no coming back.
And seen outside Newark's Delaney Hall early this morning, where Mayor Ras Baraka brought along members of his administration to create a barricade demanding entry into the building. That's after his fire code inspectors were denied access. As we reported on Monday, ICE confirmed Delaney Hall began housing immigrant detainees on May 1st, even though the city and courts haven't given approvals for permits to operate. Now the mayor says city attorneys are filing an injunction to stop them. Raven Santana reports.
You can't just go in a building and open it up without a certificate of occupancy. You can't say I have a certificate of occupancy for 20 years ago without doing any inspections. You can't change things or fix things. And if you do all of that, even if you say you didn't do that, we have a right to check.
Newark Mayor Ras Baraka, alongside his team and local advocates, gathered at the entrance of Delaney Hall Immigration Detention Center demanding answers after fire and code enforcement officials were blocked from entering the facility. The 1,000-bed facility is owned by the private prison company GEO Group, which entered into a 15-year, $1 billion contract with ICE in February.
ICE don't have a long-term lease with these folks, so GEO is completely responsible. They're hiding behind ICE right now. Keep telling our folks that ICE has to give us permission to get in, which is completely not true. The fire officials can go into any building anytime they want to do any inspections. They're not allowing them in. I wasn't here yesterday. The fire officials and UCC code officials were here yesterday. They wouldn't let them in, so now I'm here today.
ICE confirmed to NJ Spotlight News that Delaney Hall has been housing detainees as of May 1st, a month ahead of schedule, but the Federal Immigration Agency did not confirm the number of people currently held inside, saying in a statement that the number constantly changes as detainees transfer in and out on a recurring basis, adding ICE leverages a diverse detention network, including private facilities, to ensure all aliens reside in safe, secure, and humane environments during their time in ICE custody.
Similar to the Elizabeth Detention Center, which is just less than 7 miles down the road, this is a very industrial site that if you did not know the location, you wouldn't even know that exists, and that's very purposeful. ICE specifically has immigration detention centers away from where people are live, out of sight, out of mind type of thing.
Jenny Garcia, an advocate and senior communications associate with Detention Watch Network, raised concerns about the health risks linked to the detention center's location. Garcia, whose cousin was previously detained by ICE, stressed that the site's surroundings add another layer of risk for those being held inside.
The folks that are watching this cannot smell the rancid smell that is really out here, with trucks passing by, with the smell of sewage around. And not only are the conditions inside the detention center, but we understand that this area of Newark in the Ironbound is called the toxic corridor for a reason, and is not safe for people to be breathing this air. And not only for the people that are going to be detained at Delaney Hall, but also the workers as well.
We had a story yesterday of a young man who married a woman who they were going through the process to become citizens of the United States. They went to the immigration office, and while they was in the immigration office, ICE grabbed her and detained her and put her in this property. We're trying to verify that. This is one of the reasons that we are down here.
While it remains unclear who is currently being held at Delaney Hall, Baraka says the company does not have the necessary permits to operate the facility, leaving little to no transparency.
Geo Group disputes this, saying it has a valid certificate of occupancy and is in compliance with all health and safety requirements. The city has sued the prison company over the permits.
We're going to give them a citation today. We're giving them a citation for not allowing us in yesterday, and we're giving them a citation for not allowing us in today. We also give them a citation for locking the fence up while we're right there. So we're going to give them 3 citations today, and give it to the Geo Group and have them respond. I think ICE right now not responding to us is a little cowardice. They need to step up and answer to what's happening here.
Yeah, so again, what we have here is just a sample of these people going completely out of their way to help illegal immigrants. I mean, storm the place, go over to new places. It's just insanity to me where we're at right now with the Democratic Party. It just seems that they just don't really care about Americans, and that's kind of like where the idea that I'm getting from these people, because they don't try nearly this hard for Americans. They don't try to do anything. I mean, if we go look at exactly on what we have here with some of the Americans that we have that were jailed in Russia, for example, even Groskovich, which is, a Wall Street Journal, which has been wrongfully detained, right? Where this person is still in jail. So no Democrats have been trying to fight for them to get out of jail, right? Or, Kisena Karolina or Paul Wellman or Gordon Black. Nobody is wanting to get these people out. They're not willing to do anything. There's other people that are in jail. And these Democrats are not going to bat for these Americans. They're not trying to do anything. They're not even trying to go get the American hostages, or trying to bat really strongly or go to Hamas or Palestine to go get some of the American citizens that were hostage there. And now it's just not happening, right? So it's what are we doing here? You guys are actively showing that you just hate Americans, you hate America, and it goes to show, because you want your slave wage. You want to use these people, these illegal immigrants, as your slave wagers, pretty much your slaves, like you did back in the 1800s or 1860s and below, to where you were able to have black American slaves, so that way you could easily run your cotton farms, etc., and make sure you have all kinds of profit. Now, whether Republicans did that or not is beside the point. It's just my point still stands. Now, since you can't do it to black people because it would raise a whole huge issue, and you wouldn't, it would broke a bad face. But now you're going to do it to illegal immigrants because that's what you people want. I mean, you even say, what are we going to do with the how are they going to pick your cotton? How are they going to do all the other stuff that apparently Americans don't want to do? So it's obvious of what these Democrats are doing here, right? And again, we have this here where Alina Habba has said the mayor of Newark, Ras Baraka, committed trespass and ignored multiple warnings from Homeland Security investigations to remove himself from the ICE detention center in New Jersey, this afternoon. He was willingly chosen to disregard the law. That will not stand in this state. He has been taken into custody. No one is above the law, as she says. So yeah, again, this guy obviously committed trespass. He ordered everything from ICE. You've seen the people here in the images, as I'm going to do a little bit of B-roll, where you see these people just actively running across, breaking into the ICE as soon as the truck came in, and you're acting like this was some type of not an issue, this was not a problem. No, what are we doing here? No, this actually happened. And so again, we have this here. Where next order is saying multiple Democratic members of Congress have broken into an ICE facility in New Jersey, and the mayor of Newark has been arrested by DHS. So again, this is what's going on here, and this is nothing to see this.
Look, we came here simply to.
This is something that people have to see, right? Where we ignored this. Look at this. Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. Like, he's attacking DHS. Their people are breaking in. Look at what he's doing. So again, what are we doing here? They're breaking into a place. I don't know what to tell you people when these people are criminals. They're the monsters, honestly. I mean, monsters might be going a little bit too far because they're not really doing that heinous. But these people are really, really criminals in themselves.
So we have some new information from DHS regarding this incident that we've been watching. I know this is sort of a static shot here of these few folks on the other side of this fence, but we want to fill you in on what has been happening in Newark, New Jersey. DHS says, quote, a group of protesters, including 2 members of Congress, stormed the gate and broke into the ICE detention facility. The members, Robert Menendez Jr. and Bonnie Watson Coleman, and multiple protesters are holed up in a guard shack area, the first security checkpoint. Interim U.S. Attorney Alina Habba for the District of New Jersey posting on X that Newark's Democrat mayor, Ras Baraka, was there and, quote, committed trespass. Here he is talking about the facility earlier in the week.
We know what ICE has done in the past. We've seen them. We know how they operate. We know that they have picked people up who have not broken any laws. We know they've deported people and refused to bring them back.
So joining me now by phone, Republican New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew. Congressman, good to have you with us. What is your understanding of what happened here and what's going on?
Well, I don't know that any of us totally understand what happened there. It's not understandable. It's people who are supposed to be writing the laws, abiding by the laws, believe in the rule of law, and they are breaking the law. And what's really disturbing that this happened in New Jersey, in the state that is a sanctuary state declared by the governor, where we've spent money on God knows what, on clothing, housing, feeding, transporting, and everything else with illegals. Now we don't want to send those illegals back to where they belong, that have been indicted or convicted at their country of origin or in the United States. We don't need that here in America, and we don't need it here in New Jersey. These folks who were there, especially the members of Congress, and I'm always reluctant to criticize my colleagues, but this is terrible. They don't have their finger on the pulse of what real hardworking Americans are thinking. You know what, Martha? Most people right now in New Jersey are breaking their ass, trying to make a living, doing the best they can to pay their mortgage. There are very high taxes in the state of New Jersey, and they're sick and tired of this.
Do you have any indication? We know that Alina Habba, the interim attorney of New Jersey, she says that the mayor of Newark, Baraka, committed trespass. Do you have any idea if he's in custody or he was arrested? We're trying to get some clarity on that.
I know, and to the best of my knowledge, he is not in custody. But Matt, things are breaking and changing as we speak, so I don't know that for sure. But here is someone in the executive branch of local government, a mayor of our largest city in the state of New Jersey, willing to break the law that he is supposed to have enforced. And that is such a disturbing picture. That is just unacceptable. So, and Alina Hobb is doing a great job, and she's a great U.S. attorney, interim right now. I'm hopefully she will be our permanent U.S. attorney in the state of New Jersey. So she needs to do what she needs to do in order to ensure that we abide by the rule of law. This is America. We're a nation of laws, and we believe in the rule of law. And I can't tell you how profoundly disturbed I am that, there are those folks who should be actually enhancing the enforcement of the law who are purposely breaking it, making America weaker, New Jersey weaker. It's a bad thing.
Yeah, so again, what we have here is just a simple case of what these people are doing in our country, where these people are just committing crimes. And as long as we have this going on here, there is nothing that there's nothing that I think the Democrats are going to do. Like the Democrats are actively just wanting to cause problems in our country, are actively being violent, are actively storming things, are actively breaking laws. And I don't know how you can go and do this stuff and you're going to think the American people are going to vote for you again when you're actively doing these things. It's crazy, right? It's absolutely crazy. And these Democrats are getting what they deserve. And I'm hoping he does get locked behind bars for a certain period of time, because we need to set a standard here and be like, no, we don't allow you guys, just because you're a politician, right, to just break in and storm into private buildings or what have you. Especially what we've seen here, it doesn't seem to there seems to be a no trespassing sign, and you breaking out after the truck goes through. No, you guys can't be doing that. It's insane. So that's what we have here, guys. It's just another Democrat just being insane, breaking laws as per usual, and what are we going to do about it besides lock them up? All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.